Hello, I am back today with the Bundle Monster 700 series plates, and they came in this little plastic bag here, so you can store them in that if you want to, or if you want to store them another way, of course you can, and I will be because I like to be able to see my plates. These are the collage style. It's getting more and more common, and more kinds of plates are coming out in this style. And what that means is that either the plate itself is just one big collage, or like this, it may be partitioned into different nail images that you can use as full nail images, but that border one another, so you can easily kind of get both of these if you want to, or both of these if you want to. And one of the things I'm noticing on these plates is, at least some of them, they're choosing to not have a severe line distinction between the two of them, but you can see how they blended in the two different kinds of flowers here, so you can get a nice little cross pattern if you want to for some reason. Like say you want to have one nail that's all of the daisies, and then on this nail you want to have it be half and half, and then on this nail you want it to be all of these kind of lilies. And then they've got a little one in the center that you can isolate out if you want to. Okay, so then here is 702, and again, there are 4 images that you can easily use as full nail images on their own, but they sort of lapse into one another, so you can play around with combining them in one manicure more easily if you want. Oops, and of course there's a little deer in the middle of that one. Now 703, here we have vines, so here's a very leafy vine and some flowers and stars and a more circular vine, and I love this beautiful secret like hobbit hole door. I love it. It's very rustic and cool. This is more of a traditional collage style image that, you know, you've got one whole picture thing going on here. And so here we've got, I love when they use images for something that they're not. So this is kind of your grass, and these are kind of your flowers. And then you've got some more flowers, and then you got your little bicycle and some rain and stuff coming down, butterflies. But of course you could just use this like that and get this sort of filigree with the swirls on the top, maybe if you wanted to, or maybe you just want to pull out one of this flower or the bicycle. So you can do all kinds of different fun things with that. Here is a word collage. One of my very favorite things is always a word collage. And here you've got all kinds of magic, beauty, secret garden, key, words that go along with all these other stuff. So look at how well these words go along with, you know, the images there, or the images there for secret garden. So you there's a theme here that's going on that you can mix and match as well. Here is 706, one of my very favorites from this because it makes me think of all of the Monet paintings with the Japanese bridge and the pond, and you can play around with all the different lilies and the flowers, and I guess the shooting star fireworky things don't necessarily exactly fit, but work with me a little bit. I love them. I think it's cool, the lanterns, and this is just a great texture image if you want to just use it even just for that, for background, whatever. And here is a little bench in a park surrounded by all kinds of different flowers that you could play around with and get just incredibly cool flower, you know, like bouquets of flowers on each different fingernail of each different kind of flower. And then some like snapdragon ones over here, a little kite flying, and your tree. This is some birds over here, almost in a winter tree, and this is almost like fall with the leaves coming off. Here is a lovely fountain with a beautiful peacock, because peacocks are the thing. Lots of different kinds of flowers going around, and then this beautiful little border here that you can play with. I love the, you know, I wonder if I could shrink that down. I bet you could shrink that peacock down enough that it could fit like on your nail. If you have a bigger one like that. This one, a little watering can and vines and flowers that work together. So again, you could get, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 different nails and get the vines and the flowers going over across your manicure, and then just some regular full nail images if you want them. Here is 710, pretty sunflowers and some other little kinds of smaller flowers. You play with a little duck and a gate with, I guess these are sunflowers from the top, and these are sunflowers from the side. Here is 711. I love this totem guy. He's pretty cool. And then you've got tropical, lots of tropical flowers on this one. This one, 712, one of my absolute favorite. This is my favorite from this set. I just Love this. Sort of like this mermaid woman and all of these beautiful wavy shapes, and all of this up here that almost has, it has a little bit of kind of an Indian feel to it somehow to me. I don't know why. And then something about her reminds me a little bit of the Starbucks chick too. So I guess that shows how my brain works. A little bit too much insight. Here's 713, and we've got, these are sort of like stars, but they're flower, I guess maybe they're seashells, or maybe they're hibiscus flowers. I guess you can make them into anything you want to, especially depending on the color you use. And then more tropical flowers with our little hula girl here in the center. And this one says bloom. I love this with the flowers coming down off of these really bold, droopy stalks like that. I don't know if that's probably not the right term. And bird of paradise, and some more tropical flowers here. Are you getting the feel that this is a flower heavy set? Yes, it's a flower heavy set. This is cool with the like the bark from a tree, and then you've got your like a stone path, so you could do a stone path in a garden on your nails pretty easily. And then this is cherry blossoms, and again, because they're on you, like this one's across a branch, you could put it over the course of your fingernails and do something really pretty with that. This reminds me of, there is a goddess of volcanoes, and this is what it reminds me of. It also kind of reminds me a little bit of a Buddha. So you could do all kinds of things with that. I think you would have to shrink that one down, or even if you just get, you know, part of the face, that could be pretty as well. And then lots of different kinds of flowers surrounding it. Here we've got some butterflies, all kinds of different butterflies to fit. And I like that there's different sizes, so if you want to have different sizes on different sized nails, you can do that. And then still really enough that you could full nail image that. My thumb is pushing it a little, but still I think it wouldn't even look that bad. And a lovely guitar with flourishes all around it, and you definitely would have to shrink that or do parts of it on different nails, but I love that the guitar has these flower images, so you could even just play around with like this section here. Let me block it off. Like just this section here, and it doesn't even look like a guitar, but it's just really pretty to have the different. This will hide your background polish on your nail, and this will show more of your background polish on the nail. That would be very pretty. Here is 720, and beautiful parrot type bird sitting amongst all of the pretty leaves, and a big huge hibiscus and bird of paradise there. And then these are a little bit more viney, a little bit more fantasy. This has a little bit more of a fantasy, or almost a whimsical feel to me, like a Jack and the Beanstalk kind of feel to it. And here is 722, and we've got like cosmic apples, which is pretty cool. Pretty 1960s retro yellow submarine. And then this is like a little squirrel or a skunk maybe, with little designs in it. And I'm not sure what that is supposed to be. So there you go. There's the image for this set that you guys can tell me what this image is supposed to be there. And here's 723. And of course we got kitties. All kinds of different little kitties that you could isolate, or that you can put together all on one nail if you wanted to. Put like those two on one nail, or two on that nail. And then a whole bunch of different flowers with some butterflies, and a little like picket fence thing going on down there. Then here is 724, and this is definitely more whimsical, with you've got a whimsical chair and some flower pots, and like the flowers are bursting out over your nails, and got a couple of bunnies here for Easter, so cool stuff there. And then another one of my favorites. I just love this. Just has such an Art Nouveau feel to me, with the vines, and I can see the koi fish, and I can see Lalique jewelry. I'd love to have like a Lalique necklace with something like that on it. Just so pretty. Okay, so let me show you again. It's really hard to quantify how big these images are, because in the collage style you know, they're all over the place. But here is, just to give you a general feel for how big these are, here's the Conan plate, and let me show you, like, in this one you can see that the images of the flowers on this one are really, really small. So there's a variety of sizes and shapes in this plate for you to play with. It definitely has a garden kind of secret garden fantasy feel to them, and I will be right back to show you how they stamp. Okay, I am back with the stamping test for the Bundle Monster 700 series, and here I wanted to stamp the beautiful little door and catch some of that ivy there, and you can see even the wood on the doors coming out really well. And then for this one I wanted to stamp those beautiful flowers, and you can see that the detailing came out really well there as well. So everything stamps beautifully there, and I will have all the information and still shots on my blog. The link is below in the description box down there, and thank you for watching.